Welcome to the Sold Too Early Sports Card Podcast. Already punting on our New Year's resolution for 2025. That's Kai. I'm planning for 2026. And welcome back. Merry Christmas, everyone who celebrates. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and probably some other holidays I'm forgetting. Kai, how are you doing?
I'd be doing better if we won last night, but I'm okay.
I'd be doing better if the Giants didn't win yesterday. Recording this on Monday, so the Giants broke my heart yesterday by winning, and Drew Lock turned into Jesus Christ. So,
dude, I was not really watching football, and I just looked I got an ESPN thing about the best players from the early slate. It said Drew Lock 4 touchdowns. I was like, what the fuck?
5.
He had 5 touchdowns.
He had 4 passing.
I told you he's good.
I fucking want to die. And speaking of dying, the Giants' chance of getting the number 1 pick in the draft is probably dead. Anything can happen on Sunday. I expect the Eagles to probably rest their starters. And I do not enjoy the fact we are no longer in control of our destiny. For the number 1 overall pick, Giants currently sit at 4, which is the fucking most expected thing ever because the Giants are bad at everything, including winning when they're not supposed to.
Wow, the Raiders and Titans getting up there, potentially for a quarterback, is kind of crazy.
Raiders make sense.
Sorry, I meant Browns. I don't know why I said Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Shedeur Sanders or Cam Moore and I was drafted by the Browns, I would hold out.
I don't think either of those are that bad for a quarterback. I mean, the organizations are pretty crappy, but in terms of what they would have to work with, I don't think it'd be that bad.
I think if this is how the draft order plays out, I would imagine New England trades number 1. Yeah. I would imagine that either the Browns, the Titans, or the Giants trade up to 1.
Or the Raiders.
I could see the Raiders trading up. I would imagine that the Patriots would not want to move that far down. 2, 3, or possibly 4 allows the Patriots to get Travis Hunter or whoever else they believe is top of the board. They're not going to draft a QB, but New England, if they get number 1, is probably going to trade that pick to the Browns, Titans, or Giants because they're going to draft their QB of the future. And the Patriots probably get another first-round pick or something on top of it, which is the worst fucking case for the Giants because they are just ass. They need more talent. Looking at this, Tennessee, I know they were obviously pretty trash this year. I can't imagine they bring back Will Levis to be QB1. You have to imagine that there are at least decent pieces there. Cleveland, has Jerry Jeudy and Njoku, but I don't know who else is on their receiving core. Elijah
Moore. Have what's the dude? Cedric Tillman's pretty good. He's second year. I'm forgetting someone very relevant.
I think it's Elijah Moore.
Is it him? I think they have someone else too, though.
Let's see.
I could be totally wrong, but
Jerry Jeudy, Michael Woods, Jerome Ford, Donta Foreman, Cedric Tillman, Elijah Moore.
I guess it was Elijah Moore, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, it's not great, but you definitely could have, worse receiving options, I feel like.
It's pretty bad.
It's what you would expect from a 3-win team, but it's better than a 3-win team's receivers normally would be, I would say. I guess I would rather have the Giants receivers, to be fair, but...
That's not truly saying too much. At least the Titans have Calvin Ridley, Nick Westbrook-Kine.
Yeah,
dude's been catching just touchdowns all day, every day. Chiji Akanu and Josh Weil are okay. The Titans are not a terrible offensive team. They're 3-13, so they're not good, but there's probably worse spots to land. New England probably has the worst wide receiver core in the NFL right now.
They have so many just not good players that have big names, but they're not good at all.
Yeah. Giants, I love Malik Neighbors, I really do. Why did you have to score 2 fucking jailbreak screens? Literally it was amazing. Good job, Malik. And what the fuck are you doing, Malik? Why did you do this? Stop being good. It was infuriating yesterday.
Yeah, this is kind of a rough draft to have a top 10 pick. I mean, it's pretty. There's like no great quarterbacks, in my opinion. There's Travis Hunter, I guess, but it's kind of like a depth draft, and like a bunch of QB needy teams have top 10 picks, which kind of sucks.
I mean, it usually is how it goes. I've come around to the idea that I would rather the Giants punt next year with a bridge QB
Thank you.
than to trade up to 1. If they trade up to 1 now in this hypothetical where they finish 4th and they have to give up another first round pick or a second or possibly more, it just fucks the team up more because the issue is just a lack of talent. And I would rather, if the Giants can't get Shadur or Cam Ward, if that's like who they think the guy is, even if it's Jalen Milrose, if they think he's truly the guy. I'm saying, if they believe he's the QB1 on their board and you draft him, it doesn't matter. You reached for Michael Penix, according to everyone. If Penix looked amazing, you wouldn't care about it. Like, if that's the guy they have at number 1 on the board, so be it. Draft picks are irrelevant in a crapshoot, but don't give up more assets in order to just be wrong anyway. It is what it is there. What it will come down to, though, is they need talent. That has been the issue for the Giants for years. They have like decent, okay players, but no strong unit overall. So you can't really just trade up to get your guy when you're probably going to finish 5-12 next year, no matter who the QB is. So
yeah, you can't really give up even like a second, like you said, because that's almost going to end up being a first. Basically.
Yeah, like unfortunately, the Giants just had a skill issue. And it's just expected. They became the Browns. Like, at least I've seen 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime. And also somehow in some way, the Jets are a bigger embarrassment to their teams because the Giants at least have won in modern times. The Jets won 1 Super Bowl 45, 50 years ago, and their GM, the owner, their 17-year-old kid is the GM playing Madden with real life. So somehow it could always be worse. And I don't know how that's possible, but it's possible. So go figure.
It's crazy to see the Bears have lost 10 games in a row.
I think Caleb is okay. Like, I don't think there's
they have a good team. It's just very weird.
I know that like we have friends who think Caleb was like absolutely D-, horrible, bad. I think you give him kind of like a C. I actually think he has more potential than like a Bryce Young did last year, which I've talked enough shit about Bryce Young. I actually think Caleb is pretty decent. But even Bryce Young, for instance, went from being the worst number 1 overall pick in context to just being like a dude. He's like probably a top 25 QB right now, which is improvement, but not much.
Yeah. It's just so like their team's not like untalented.
No,
they haven't won a game in 3 months.
It's super weird. And the crazy thing is we could be sitting here in a week and theoretically really any of these 7 teams could be the number 1 overall pick. I'm not sure exactly how to break down what happened, but I guess there's a world where Vegas finishes number 1, or the Jets, or the Jags, or the Browns.
Yeah,
or
I mean, this has got. I don't know if there's any way we can find this out. We don't really have to, but this has got to be like one of the worst like bottom feeder seasons ever. I don't remember this many teams ever being like 4 wins and less.
It's really because half the league, more than half the league actually, is under 500 as of right now. Like. No, I'm sorry, not half.
About half the league. You're close. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm a little stupid. It's fine. Well, actually, it could end up being half of like.
Well, you could say right now more than half the league is 500 or worse.
Thank you. That's more correct. I appreciate that. Like, it's really, really weird. Like, I guess that's what happens when Detroit is good. The league just fucking implodes.
Yeah, but, I mean, there's only 5 teams that are really good. I guess that's a lot, but like, it's not like there's a ton of like really good teams.
I mean, even the Chiefs are like, yeah, they're 15-1. They haven't looked good most of the year.
Yeah.
they're getting hot at the right time, which is the scariest thing.
It's just weird.
Um,
It just feels like there's going to be a lot of like turnover with that whole bottom half of the league. Like I don't remember this many teams being this bad with like this good of rosters.
yeah, it's very strange. I don't really know what's going to happen next. I'm intrigued to see how next week goes. And if the Giants somehow beat the Eagles, I will be pissed. I will be more pissed if the Giants won.
What do you think happens? Do you think they play their starters and try to get Saquon on the record, or do you think they bench them? I saw there was a theory that they may just bench them just to like make you guys win and not get a good pick.
So what I actually think is going to happen is they're not going to play the starters. I think that Saquon understands the team game and would rather be healthy with his team in the playoffs because they have the number 2 seed. They're playing no matter what. They're not getting a bye. So if he was to be selfish and then get hurt, that would be the worst case scenario. And I like Saquon. It sucks he went to the Eagles, whatever. But like, you play a meaningless game to get a meaningless record individually. If you're the team, sure, it's awesome, whatever. But like, you're a team, individuals, it is what it is. In a world where he gets hurt and he's out for the rest of the playoffs, you're like, what the fuck are you doing? You're a stupid asshole, Nick Sirianni. We all hate you. You're a stupid prick. What the fuck are you doing? It's a lose-lose. Like, I don't envy the Eagles making that decision. I hope he doesn't play. I don't think they need him to beat the Giants. Not really saying much. Could they play him till he gets 100 yards or whatever, at 105, whatever the number is? Sure. It would be really painful as a Giants fan. It is what it is there. But objectively, I say it's stupid to play him because of the risk of injury.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would think as well. I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting if you guys were still, I guess you guys still can get the number 1 pick, but
we're not in control of our destiny anymore there.
If the top 3 teams happen to win and then the Eagles didn't play their starters and you guys happen to win as well, that would just be kind of tough.
I would rather see us run a QB sneak on 3rd down like we did a couple years ago with Jake Fromm than that, which is
a
whole different level.
Week 18 might get a little wacky with all these bad teams trying to lose.
There's one fucking good game on next week, and it's Vikings-Lions.
Sunday night.
That'll be fun. Did that get moved to Monday night?
Yeah, they flexed a bunch of the games around to make it work out.
Hell yeah. Okay. That'll be fun. That I'll watch. Everything else I really don't care about. Fantasy football's over. Giants season's obviously over. If Saquon gets the record, my friends are going to text me relentlessly who are Eagle fans, and the other ones are going to wish for death. I agree with them on both aspects. Existence is pain, and I'm already planning for 2026. Hopefully it's God damn it. Hopefully it's better. It can't be much worse. But I don't want to go and be 0-17 like the Browns or something.
Hey, the Yankees made the Super Bowl or made the World Series.
Yankees are a better team overall without Juan Soto right now, which is crazy. Like, objectively, the team is more well-rounded without him, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you could make the argument that, like, a similar amount of WAR, but it's only 1 player, so, like, you still have to fill the other spots, and it'd be more WAR after you fill those spots.
I mean, yeah, it's not Moneyball. It's more of like there were issues in the Yankees organization. First base was the single worst position for the Yankees. I think in the MLB they have the worst, like WRC plus or something like that. So even if Goldschmidt is like a league average, it's miles ahead. Bellinger in center field is a good defensive player. I think he could hit 25 home runs ish in Yankee Stadium. It's very possible. I think he went down to like 14 last year. I do still think they trade Marcus Stroman and probably get Arenado in a deal. Maybe it's that exact type thing. I don't know yet. I think they need to add 1 more third baseman and possibly another arm in the bullpen, but the team is at its floor 85 wins, at its ceiling 100 wins. The AL East is one of the most competitive divisions in baseball. You could conceivably convince me that the Yankees, Orioles, Red Sox, or Rays win the AL East next year, and every other team makes it in the wild card. I would totally believe that.
Yeah, I think baseball is getting to the point like we're looking at right now, where there's going to be a lot of bottom teams and then a lot of top teams.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could conceivably, even with obviously like some still quality free agents out there, Rocky's still going to be free agent for a couple more weeks.
I saw
Alex
he met
Bregman.
with the Dodgers, I think.
He's going
Right.
to the Dodgers, but like
Yeah.
it's not official yet. Roki, Pete Alonso, Alex Bregman. Who else is like out there still?
I forgot Bregman. He's a free agent, right?
He is.
I'm surprised he hasn't been signed. I don't think he's really as good as a lot of people might think, but he's gonna get a decent contract from someone.
I mean, let's see: Soto, Burns, Roki, Snell,
Burns
Bregman.
going to the Diamondbacks is interesting to say the least.
Anthony Santander still available. Pete Alonso, Jack Flaherty hasn't signed yet. That could be a needle mover. Tanner Scott.
Scott's gonna get a bag.
I think the Yankees get Tanner Scott. Honestly, Valdi did sign with the Rangers. I didn't know that. Oh, Hassan Kim. It's a pretty quality player.
Yeah.
And then not a ton of other needle movers. So there's obviously still quality players there, but like even without them signed, you could probably make a pretty accurate prediction right now. Now, obviously, dumb things can happen in a baseball season, but I don't think those players will move the needle too much unless something crazy happens and they all sign.
No, I mean they're just role players for the most part. Like,
yeah. I mean, Alonso could help you win a World Series, or Roki could be an ace, but you kind of know where
Roki's kind of different, but
you know where Roki's probably going, and Pete Alonso probably goes back to the Mets at this point.
Yeah, Alonso's weird. I've never really been a big Pete Alonso fan either, but
he's fine.
He's fine. He's not what I just don't think he's what a lot of people think he is.
I mean, I think what he is a middle of the order first baseman who does not hit for contact anymore. Hits 40 home runs. I think he has the most home runs since he joined the league. The MLB.
Remember he got called up. He was so like sought after.
He was great. Yeah, he was awesome. But the thing is, he's a power only first baseman. I think he's like a decent glove. I don't really know what he rates in terms of defense.
Serviceable, I guess. I don't really.
But like, there's nothing here to tell you that he's bad. He's a above average first baseman with power who you bat in the 5-hole, and it's fine. Like that's. But how is he going to age? If it's a 3-year deal worth $90 million, you probably do that. If it's a 6-year, $200 million contract, there's no real option or real conceivable way to go after that. Especially like, he's going to get a little bit older. The short-term deal is fine, but Yankees
he was an old rookie, and he really hasn't ever produced his rookie year again.
No, this is who he is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, 3-1 player, 40 home runs, 120 OPS plus, gonna slug about 500, maybe 480. Like, slow, okay fielder. Like, it is what it is. Moving through, I guess we can talk about this because it's fucking finally here. My goddamn app is ready. It took so long. This thing is finally done. It actually works. Going to have an official launch date in the next couple of weeks. It works. All the payment things work, so I can get your money, everyone. Thank you. The eBay connections work. We're working on a couple of bugs at the moment. The scheduled listing tool doesn't work right now, but auction to buy it now does. And then just some like weird quirks you see as you push a program from development to live. The shit is done. It was a labor of love that I cannot believe I can confidently sit here and say, hey, Kai, you want to list 100 cards that you bought on eBay or dozens and dozens of packages that you have coming in? Well, it's that easy now with minor edits. Oh, I thought you were going to say something. We're just going to stare.
Sorry. I was locked into watching this load.
Yeah, I mean,
was enamored by the loading screen.
Yes. It was just loading in. But it's not perfect, and it's never meant to be perfect. It's a tool, just like everything else you use in life. Or myself. I'm a tool.
I was going to say that joke. Dang.
Got you, bitch. But, like, hey, 2023 Prism Football, Daniel Hunter. Cool. Hey, wait, don't mention, guys. It is a gold to 10. NBD. Save that. And hey, your other scan is done. Hey, that's pretty good. And then if I wanted to, theoretically, go in.
How does
Edit
it pick a? I don't even know if you know the answer to this question, but how does it know it's a patch?
I programmed it pretty well.
But is that just from like the AI learning, or is it like something on the card that signifies it's a patch?
It looks for windows, like patch windows, and
Gotcha.
it identifies it. Now, once again, it's not perfect, but theoretically,
I was just curious. I had no idea how that even would work.
like we have to fix like this for some reason. It has like an extra couple digits. Doesn't matter. If I push it live on eBay, it'll go live on eBay.
$99,000.
No, 99 cents and nothing else. Remove that. But
So did
yeah.
you just list that card? Or?
No, if I click the list, it's on eBay right now, but I'll do it for conversation's sake. It's on eBay.
So it's listed.
Yeah. Don't bid on it.
I'm gonna make a bid.
You better not. It's already running, Kai. But let me run in.
Does the website show all your live cards, or does it kind of stop after you've listed something?
It shows it. So, for instance, there it is.
Rich.
I mean, it's pretty nice. I will say. Let me pull down this duplicate listing real quick. And so theoretically, what's my card section? I can see my list of cards.
And then when a card sells, what happens? That goes away?
Doesn't interface with this. Theoretically, you could delete that. I mean, I could also look into ways of like showing that data. This is a tool for listing to eBay right now.
Cool.
I mean, there's a world where whose other platforms that people sell on? I mean, I'm not going to use auction houses, but
so essentially, it displays the active listings that were listed through you.
Correct.
Okay.
But it's dude, it works. Couple other quality of life things I want to add before real launch. Everything that needs to be there does exist. It's just crossing T's, dotting I's before I tell everyone, yo, go use this thing now. But it works. If you sign up for the free demo, you'd be able to use it today and list cards as your eBay account.
Well, that'll be exciting. Do you have a guess on when you're gonna?
So I'm waiting till Friday to talk to my developer about it. We're estimating January 10th to 15th, just because like cleaning up a couple of things, the bugs I found as a result of using it now, but it works. And if you're okay with using a couple bugs, like you could use the program right now and give me money, because that would be quite nice. This shit's expensive, and it's still going to be more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the most affordable tool you can even get for anything to do with eBay.
I mean, like, let's just talk through it. Like, my plans start at 1 cent per scan. That is the most expensive per scan, is 1 cent. What the fuck is your time worth?
Does it do it for you on the back end? Like, oh, this person's uploaded X amount of cards, like they can no longer upload a card this month.
Correct.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, we've tested that stuff. I mean, is it possible that like, there can be weird errors like, oh, the late round pick one, they can keep going? Well, let's flag that and we'll figure it out. But like, we have done at least enough testing to know that things work. Get a couple extra scans, okay. The cent. I won't be upset if you get an extra couple scans in there, but it's gonna be a fun little project. And I think what my North Star type idea is to get it in front of people like Jay, Mojo, who's been on this podcast, Ryan, both Ryans actually, Discord Ryan, I want to work with at some point in time once I show I have value. Like that's the thing too. This is a complete startup. I own this 100%, and there is no reason for those people to even want to hear what this is until there's value behind it. So people like Ryan, Discord Ryan, Jay, other friends we have, like there has to be a proven value here first to them because it only benefits me right now.
I would go after. I mean, I'm sure you're thinking of it too, but like consignment people.
Well, yeah. Once again, there's a clear path here, but I have to be able to build it out to make it so people want to work with me. Right now, the only person who signed up for it is me and one other beta tester who bought the $5 subscription. That's it.
You also don't want to break it when it's finally working with like 20 consignment people using it.
Well, exactly. So like it's any money this thing generates in the first year is going into marketing of it. I expect to take no money out of this business anyway for the first year or two. So it's going to run at a loss for a while, but hey, that's what tax write-offs are for. No, we'll see. It's exciting. I'm sure people will be joining it now after talking about it on the podcast. So I'll put the link in the description. If you use it, awesome. If you hate it, awesome. That's fine too. Like it's going to only get better because we're already thinking at scale. And this part is sponsored by me.
All right, Dave, I have to ask, can you get sued for these images on here?
Oh, I'm fully expecting to get sued for these images. I don't know who's going to sue me for the football or the work harder thing, but some fucking goat is going to sue me. And also the number one. I am being sued by Uno from Coding Kids Next Door. Please help me.
That's an OG show.
That is an OG show. That show was awesome.
I'm surprised that was around when you were a kid. I thought that was like my era.
No, Coding Kids Next Door is not that old.
Oh God, here we go.
It's like probably 99, 2000, 2002.
Yeah,
I was 6.
So you're 96.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, good times. All right, moving on to other things that should hold their age and value. I found an article before this podcast started about 4 rare baseball cards expected to soar in value in the next 5 years. This came out on Christmas morning, and I prepped accordingly. Kai has not seen these. Now, some of these are dog shit. Some of them are actually not, and I appreciate this writer for at least doing either some amount of research or at the very least not making the worst article ever. There's actually some decent ideas here. With that context, Kai, what do you believe you're going to see? You don't have to name specific players, but what do you think you're going to see as a result?
Well, I kind of want to take some shots here, but I do have to ask, can you tell me how many are modern versus vintage?
What are you qualifying as vintage for this conversation?
Like, I would say like 70s or 80s prior.
70s or 80s prior? Okay. Then in that context, 2 are ultra modern, 2 qualify barely into vintage.
Okay, so
it's
80s,
late
70s
80s,
probably.
It's late. I'll give you late 80s and ultra modern.
Okay, I'm gonna take some shots here. I don't know about the exact cards, but I will go first overall. There has to be some sort of Ohtani on here, whether that's a Bowman Chrome Auto or update first rookie or whatever.
You are incorrect.
I'm gonna say what?
You're incorrect.
Oh wow, really? There's not even an Ohtani on here?
Not an. There's only 4 cards on here. You're incorrect though.
My one of the middle vintage cards, I'm gonna say, is Barry Bonds.
Now, which one?
The traded.
You're on the right track, I believe. Nope, that's the wrong one. It is the top traded Tiffany PSA 10. You were right there. So in the last 2 years, for reference, this is up 20%. Like this is actually one of those where this guy nailed it. I think that this could absolutely hold some value as time goes on. I think this is a steady, actual quality note.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it probably goes into the fact that maybe they're guesstimating he gets Hall of Fame consideration too.
That's what the article mentions.
Yeah.
So,
we can also hit the elephant in the room of the Gunnar Henderson rookie card that you showed.
It is the biggest piece of dog shit. This is the biggest piece of dog
That
shit.
is like, insanity that they would write that.
They wrote Series 1 Gunnar Henderson rookie cards.
I love him as much as the next baseball fan too, but there's just no way that makes any sense.
This card is going to single digits no matter how his career
Did
goes.
they say just the 206 Series 1 rookie card?
They said the Series 1 Gunnar Henderson rookie. I'll show the article in a second. So you have half the notes. You have one more vintage card and one more ultra modern card.
Oh God, is the ultra modern a hitter or a pitcher?
It is a pitcher.
Fuck, I knew you were gonna say that.
I know. It's really, that's already off to a bad start, by the way.
I have a couple out of the ballpark guesses. My first one, oh no, it's not.
I'm going to tell you it's probably who you think it is if it's a pitcher.
I was gonna say Roki Sasaki.
Hilarious. I didn't write this article. Try again.
Who I think it would, oh, Paul Skeens.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let me double check I have the right one before you look. So look away for a second.
Okay.
Okay, it's all right. I have the right one. Good. We're good. It was Paul Skeens Bowman Chrome. It didn't say refractor, so I gave them the credit of the refractor. This one I do not like.
I disagree as well.
Because no matter what happens, unfortunately, with Paul Skeens' career, even if he's the GOAT, they're not gonna really be rare or expensive. These are already under $200 as is, and this is probably one of the better times his hype cycle will exist. If you told me Bowman Chrome Auto or RPAs or whatever you would want to call it for him, I can understand that. These are mass-produced common cards that are not rare or expensive that will just kind of always be there and will always perpetually be going down. And I like Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
But then you tell someone to buy Bowman Chrome autographs or numbered parallels, not fucking base and refractor non-autos.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Skeens can have a Hall of Fame career and his cards won't go up in the next 10 years.
Yep. And then last hint for you, for the vintage card, it is a Hall of Famer.
Is it a pitcher or a hitter?
It is a hitter.
And can I get one more broad hint? Like a year range, if it's like a rookie, like maybe a side.
It is a rookie from the late 80s.
Okay. Oh, Griffey?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess it's the 89. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
It is the 89 star rookie. Yeah. This one is probably his most intelligent take, honestly. I actually like the Barry Bonds one, too.
I think the Bonds is my favorite take. I feel like anyone could say Griffey rookie's going to go up in price over time.
Yeah, but like the data's there. Plus 50% in 2 years. The guy is absolutely correct on two of these. I don't agree with Paul Skeens. I don't agree with Gunnar Henderson, only because he names the wrong cards. But they're not bad takes at all. This is a very interesting little article. I don't know why you would call these out, but PSA 10 copies steadily increasing. Obviously, Gold Card Auctions wrote that, and that's absolutely correct. This is dumb. This part I like.
Gunnar over Witt is interesting.
Well, also just the fact they named Series 1 directly is just dumb. Like, that is just objectively wrong. And I don't know why I'd ever give someone that advice, but
yeah.
I like Gunnar Henderson a lot. You and I last offseason talked about him being an MVP candidate player, and we both were pretty right on. Like, this is just a weird thing for Pristine Auctions to know. Why the fuck would you talk about this?
I think that I could be totally wrong here. I'm pretty sure it's like one of the most graded cards of all time, too.
God.
Population. You don't have to look it up. But...
Well, it's 3326. So that can't be right.
What am I looking at?
Card ladder value right here.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Paul Skeens refractor, definitely not up 1,000. Crazy.
Wow. That's kind of surprising.
Can I see the top 10?
I'm surprised there's 1,000 of those Skeens and 10s. Those aren't easy to grade.
Crit card care? I don't know.
The PSA Pop Report website is the least fun website to try to use.
How about gemrate.com?
Wait, what? I don't even know what this is.
I don't know. All right.
Oh, wait, this is kind of cool.
The most The most graded card ever is the Star Rookie, Ken Griffey Jr. at 115,000. Jesus Christ. 88,000 tops traded Griffey base. Charizard is up here. The base Charizard Hollow. Let's just go by gems. So Charizard, Pikachu, Magikarp. Why is it so many Pokemon? Victor, base Prism.
Well, there's a lot of Pokemon because there's a lot of the cards.
Fair enough. Can I organize it by category? Okay, we'll do Victor, Juan Soto, Acuna, Zion, John Morant, Luca, Tatis, Robert, Gavin Lux sneaking into the top 10 basically. 1, 2,
It's
3,
insane.
4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, sneaking in the top 10. Pete Alonso, Jesus Christ. Jordan, Zion again. Griffey, jeez. Yeah, that's bad. And then total graded is Griffey. Mark McGuire. Wow. Only 307 PSA 10s. Wow. Interesting.
Out of 60,000. Wow.
That's pretty crazy. Fleer, MJ, not shocking.
That Ricky's nuts.
Yeah, 26. Crazy. What's the highest gem rate? I'm curious. 73% of Gavin Lux base are PSA 10. Pete Alonso.
Would you buy those for $2?
I don't know. I would not buy them for $2.
That's so funny.
Was it Topps Chrome?
No, I think it's the paper, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just Topps. Yeah, it's the paper. I don't even think they're worth $2. They're worth 5. 40% of comps, all that work? No.
I don't even know if he's on. Is he a free agent yet? He was a rookie in 2020. He's almost got to be out of his years on this minor league deal.
He actually was not bad last year, but
I think didn't he get hurt at some point recently?
he was out all of last year. I think he like rolled his leg on like.
Yeah, I think he blew out his knee or something.
Yeah, like he's a free agent in 3 years, arbitration eligible this year. Lux is like okay. He's obviously a quality big leaguer. He had 2 WAR last year, but like Dodgers could easily move on from this guy. I think he's not like a utility guy for them, kind of.
Yeah, I think so. He played almost every game though.
Yeah, he played second base. Okay, so maybe he's not a utility guy. No, I would not buy these for $5 or $2. I would pay 50 cents.
I was gonna counter you at $1.
No, wouldn't do it for $1.
What if you could buy like 500 of them in bulk at $1?
I'm standing by what I just said. 50 cents.
Fair enough.
Like maybe 75 cents if it's like thousands of them.
You could just run them at auction and get your eBay feedback up.
I think that's what you do. Honestly,
grind them.
66% of Juan Soto Topps update, 64% Jordan. Jeez,
this is actually kind of a cool website. I've never even heard of this.
Great, top 1,000. Yeah.
Can we control F Gunner so I can see how wrong I was? Or look his name up, I guess. Yeah.
Is that how you spell it?
I can't really see what you did.
So he's not in the top. He's not in the top.
Mm.
Can I just search it by?
I think you have to change it from top 100 to whatever the next amount is.
Yep. This is actually sick.
This is really cool. I guess it's free.
I haven't paid anything as far as I know. My credit card might be getting stolen right now, but
yeah, they're at your door.
That's fair.
Oh,
really?
wow.
Huh. I mean, to be fair, this is 41,000.
Yeah, I'm assuming the gunner is like 10,000 if there's 3,500, 4,000 tens or whatever.
So, for reference, that means there's no Gunnar Henderson card that's been graded more than 6,023 times.
Mm.
More Gavin Lux right there, baby. Holy fuck. 75% of his Topps Chromes are PSA 10s.
I wonder who has all these.
They're like, when people say, oh my God, what the hell? 95% gem rate on those?
What is it? Like,
That's
Harley?
the Otani Tops now. I guess we signed with the Dodgers.
Oh.
I guess. I don't know. That's crazy. 95% and a bunch of TCG and Acuna Tops update. Damn. There's a balance between like I want amazing quality of cards and this is really bad. That's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know though. Can you say that making good condition cards is bad?
I think with an industry that has so much of a preference for PSA 10s over everything else, yes.
Well, I don't. It's not like their fault though that you
No.
want a 10 to be worth more. Like I mean, obviously, if every card was perfect, a lot of them wouldn't be worth anything. But I think as a collector, you would rather there be a higher gem rate. You don't want to pull an Otani rookie at a pack that's not going to get a 10.
I agree, but that's why it should be like 8s and 9s are like average. The second most common football card ever graded is CJ Stroud base Donruss Optic, and Prism is number 3.
No, I think that's just Donruss.
What do you mean by that?
Like not Optic, like the base.
Oh yeah, sorry. You're right. Base Prism Stroud, base Prism Burrow, 46 and 44% respectively. Barry Sanders, bunch. Crazy. Just wild. Justin Herbert, base Prism. And these are still like $40. What are Herbert's at?
It was Josh Allen, Prism, or Donruss, the number 1 card.
I'll go back in a second. I don't remember what it was. Base $60 still. Crazy. For the one of the most common cards ever graded. Now Herbert's good, don't get me wrong, but yeah, Donruss, Josh Allen base.
I bet those are like $200.
Yeah, anytime to have them. These are optic, 175. That's the right one. Wow. Fucking junk. It's a junk card. Still over $100, considerably.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I mean, I think the Mahomes Donruss base is probably more than that in a 9, right?
I have to imagine so. Stroud base has to be in the goddamn toilet right now.
It's funny. I remember grading a lot of those last year, and those are actually really hard to get a good grade on because the backs were dark and they chipped.
$26.
That's funny. It's actually kind of ironic. Those haven't really dropped that much. I mean, those are like $50 cards probably.
I mean, Kai, maybe you just got a bad batch because half of them are gems.
Well, you can't always be a winner.
I know. About 50% of the time. Just wild. Yeah, I don't have any other notes on this. The only thing I really want to talk through was like New Year's resolutions or stuff like that, or plans for 2025. Like, do you have anything like notable that comes to mind?
I don't know. I'm just gonna try to be a little more organized this year. When it comes to being able to do my taxes the following year.
That's all.
What?
Dude, taxes, it's the worst thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm officially for cards setting up QuickBooks for this next year, so I don't really have to do much. I'm running everything through it.
Sick.
I just want to buy more cards, I guess, than last year.
Yeah, the good thing about me is most of my transactions are online, so it's really easy for me to track like what I spend and then tell the government what I totally made and don't question me. So we're good. Yeah,
the annoying part is just like there's so many different things you buy and sell through, like PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, eBay, whatever. Like just getting it all in one place, I feel like will be really helpful. But
it's just three things for me: eBay, direct
Zelle,
PayPal, or you're right,
Wire, whatever.
5. Fuck. God
But
damn it.
I don't know. Do you have anything fun you're trying to do besides Speedy?
To be fair, I don't really get wires. Actually, think about it a lot.
I don't
No.
either. I guess ACH. I don't know.
Yeah, my goal, honestly, for everything next year is just like I want Speedy to be good, dude. I want to get acquired by someone in a couple years and fuck off and never be seen again.
Yeah.
That is the goal. So if you want to buy my AI company, I need an offer in the 7 or 8 figure range.
You're gonna have to start having an extra table at shows for different merch for your brands. You're gonna have sold too early shirts, Speedy shirts, your other shirts.
It's a good thing I have 3 tables in Dallas now, and I can definitely try and colonize some more. And a national booth. So Kyle, you're gonna be wearing Speedy merch at national, right?
I'm gonna have to be digging in the back for people's t-shirt sizes.
Don't worry, we only start at double XL.
Yeah, there's nothing below 5X.
I mean, that's you gotta build for the average card collector, bro. They're built different, literally. But all right, that's everything I have. We should try to get guests on again at some point. We kind of got distracted with the holiday season, so
Yeah.
we will reach out to our friends or enemies and get them on this podcast again. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Next week, probably something like that. If not, something worse. See you guys then. Bye.